Hi, I'm Jacqueline from Young Dragon Slayers, and this is where to find online D&D groups. Many hopeful Dungeons & Dragons players struggle to find a group to play with in person, or in an all too common situation, they found a group only to have it fall apart. This leaves many D&D players searching for D&D group finders, places to play D&D online, or even an app for finding D&D groups. While I do love playing Dungeons & Dragons around a physical table with my local friends, the vast majority of my games are played online, whether through Discord servers, Zoom rooms, or Roll20 games. Not only are there lots of great tools to play games online, sometimes it truly is the best option just to be able to find people to play D&D. Here are some of the ways I found people to play D&D online with, and a few more I recommend from my experience running online D&D groups. First and foremost, many people wonder if it's even possible to join a D&D campaign online. The good news is you totally can. I myself play multiple D&D games online each week. I've already written about ways to play D&D virtually, so I'll spare you the details here. But suffice it to say that there are an abundance of digital tools that make it possible to do a D&D campaign online, and it can be a great option for even the most novice players. It's also totally possible to play D&D online with random people. Many ongoing D&D campaigns are looking for new players, and plenty of people just like you are looking to start a brand new D&D campaign online. It's only a matter of finding them. If you're wondering where to find people to play D&D with, there are plenty of options. If you're looking to find an IRL D&D group, you'd be best served by visiting your friendly local game store, your local library, or scouting nearby geek groups and conventions, which are my personal favorite. If you're looking to find an online D&D group to join, the principle is exactly the same. Find places where D&D fans gather and ask around. Discord servers, Facebook groups, subreddits, and forums with people who share your interests are great places to find D&D players that you'll get along with. For example, I've played with other LGBTQ people on the Tabletop Gamers Discord and fellow youth educators on the TTRPG Kids Facebook group. If you're looking for already existing games to join, look for groups that match your schedule, remembering that you may be in a different time zone, how you like to play, are you a rules lawyer, or do you prefer the rule of cool, and what kind of game you want to play, epic seafaring adventure or moody vampiric intrigue. Lots of Discord servers have specific channels where people look for others to play games with, and some will even host events where people can play together. If you are in need of a dungeon master, they'll be the one putting most of the work into the campaign, so be prepared to be a little bit more flexible with these preferences, unless you've somehow found a perfect match, in which case, more power to you. If you aren't ready to step behind the DM screen yourself, you will need to find a dungeon master for your online D&D game. You may be able to find a DM in the groups we mentioned above, Discord, Reddit, Facebook, etc., but willing DMs are a little more difficult to come by than willing players. If you're willing to wait until a convention rolls around, many gaming conventions like GaryCon, Origins, and Gen Con have had online tracks where you can play D&D online with convention attendees. I especially like running games at conventions because you know you'll always be playing with people who love the game. During GaryCon Ethereal, I got to play the Fae team with the game's creator over Discord, and it was a blast. If you're an experienced D&D player, actor, or improviser, like our DMs Zachary and Jesse, you may be able to find a DM by looking for actual play casting calls. Actual play games are a little different. They're streamed games of D&D where you get to show off and tell a story with other performers in front of a live audience. The Rising Tide Network is a great place to meet people and get started in the world of actual play. You may end up crafting a beautiful story to share with the world. Most of the DMs you'll find in the places we mentioned so far have a particular kind of game they like to run. After all, they're Dungeons & Dragons players just like you, and they have their own way they like to play, or, in the case of an actual play, their own story they want to create. If you're looking to play something specific, like a particular D&D adventure, style of game, or even time slot, you'll have a lot more luck if you look to the world of professional dungeon masters. Many pro DMs have profiles and games listed on places like Start Playing or RPG Club so that you can find exactly what you're looking for. Other places have a particular focus, like how Young Dragon Slayers specifically runs online D&D for kids and will match you with a dungeon master that best suits your needs. But professional dungeon masters aren't just easier to find, they also vastly increase the chances you'll actually get to sit down and play instead of having a group fizzle out on you. I've run games at libraries, community centers, conventions, and with professional groups, and by far the best turnout is for professional groups. Think about it this way. It's easy to say you'll show up to a game at 4 p.m. on a Friday, but you'll probably be a lot more likely to come if you already put down a deposit guaranteeing a game for the next 10 Fridays. No shame, I've totally had rough days and had to skip a game here or there. Professional dungeon masters also know that the expectations are high, so will often put in the extra effort, set up a virtual tabletop, play music, homebrew items, and even post recaps for online D&D sessions. Once you've found a group, you need to decide where to play. If you found a place with a professional dungeon master, they'll usually handle all of the scheduling, communication, and hosting, whether that's on a Zoom room, their own Discord server, or of some proprietary system. If you found an online group on a gathering place like Reddit or Facebook, you'll likely create a group chat and set up a video or audio call on Messenger, Google Meets, or something similar. If you found a D&D group on Discord, or if your online friends want to set up their own server, it's likely you'll play right on Discord. A tutorial for how to do this is in the links below. This is my personal favorite. I've played games on Google Meets, Zoom, and even Roll20's built-in voice calls, but there's just something about playing D&D on Discord and being able to separate channels, roll virtual dice, and share dumb memes that make Discord my platform of choice. Hashtag not sponsored. D&D enthusiasts come in all colors, shapes, and sizes, and that includes young players. But trying to find a D&D group for kids is totally different than finding D&D groups online for yourself. I certainly wouldn't feel comfortable having my own child interacting with strangers on a subreddit or start playing a game without knowing whether it'd be family friendly. In truth, it's hard to find online D&D that's safe for kids, D&D groups that are kid-friendly, and online D&D for kids the way that they like to play, which, in my experience, involves a lot of Minecraft references and chaos. Connecting with geek-minded parents is a good way to form family-friendly online D&D groups. Different Facebook groups and Discord servers can let you meet parents and allow your children to play D&D with people their own age, with either a willing parent or a creative child as the dungeon master. Many online conventions also have specifically marked family-friendly D&D games online for their virtual offerings, or even games that are specifically for children. But, in my personal opinion, the most reliable option is groups like Young Dragon Slayers. We are all professional dungeon masters here, still the wildest job title I've ever had, but we're also experienced in working with tweens and teens, which means we run things in a way that's safe for kids. Our founder, Katie, talks with each incoming player so she can match together people's schedules, playstyles, and support needs, which is way better than rolling with a random group of players on the internet. Speaking as a dungeon master, this makes Young Dragon Slayers games by far the easiest to run and the safest to manage. My groups all have similar ages, playstyles, and story interests, and I always know who's going to show up and how they like to play. You can learn more about our games with the button below or reach out on socials to let us know how you found your own D&D group online. Thanks for watching and enjoy the chaos.